Hi, welcome from Philippines. And we met, what is your name again?
Topher.
We met Coron. And we're welcoming him very, very warmly.
Okay, all right. Well, this past month has been a wild and wacky ride in the Philippines. There are over 7,000 islands in the Philippines, and I've hardly scratched the surface of what this place has to offer. So take this next part with a grain of salt, because I'm not really the best judge of what the Philippines really is. I spent the majority of my time island hopping, snorkeling, beach bumming around the western islands of Coron and Palawan. So instead of getting too deep into my trip, I just want to share a few thoughts about this gorgeous country. Man, I'm already sweating like crazy. It's only number one. Whew. Okay. Number one, the Filipino people are amazing. English is widely spoken throughout the country, so communication is no problem. They're easy to get along with. They have a great sense of humor. They're more than willing to help out the lost, deer in the headlights looking foreigner like myself a lot of the time. Oh. Number two, the landscape is absolutely incredible. It really lives up to its name as heaven on earth. The limestone cliffs, the crystal clear blue waters, the white soft sandy beaches. That brings me to number three. Everything starts to kind of look the same after a while. If you've seen huge towering limestone cliffs or blue ass water anywhere else, like say Thailand, then you won't be as amused as say the honeymooners who are there just for a couple weeks who've never seen anything like it before. Now this brings me to number four. The Philippines is jam-packed with couples, and for good reason. Sipping cocktails on the beach all day with tiny umbrellas in them, fancy restaurants and resorts, private boat tours to hidden lagoons, and all of this at budget prices. Which brings me to number five. The Philippines is not as backpacker friendly as I thought it was going to be. My daily budget has been seriously challenged a few times over the past couple weeks. Prices for accommodation and food are at least double of what they are in Vietnam, Thailand, and Cambodia. Hostels, hotels, transportation, they're all in high demand, which means you really need to book and plan your trip in advance, which is not really the backpacker way. No more waking up at 11 and skipping off to the next destination spontaneously. And number six, maybe I'm just not that great of a backpacker. And number seven, the food. Well, let's just say haven't really been that impressed by the Filipino food. So for comparison, on one hand you have Thailand and Vietnam, which are just loaded with local street stalls, cooking authentic food at super budget prices. And in the Philippines you have local street stalls selling Coca-Cola and off-brand Dorito bags. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of good options available. They're just a lot more difficult to find. Okay, number eight. Now there seems to be a really big problem with the water contamination all around the smaller tourist destinations around Palawan. Now, certain places around Palawan are literally bursting at the seams with tourists due to the rising popularity because of things like Instagram and YouTube. You know, you see these places all over Instagram and YouTube and you think, oh man, I gotta go there. That place is absolutely gorgeous. But these people aren't ready for it. They're not ready for all these tourists just flooding in. So with all these tourists coming in and without infrastructure to be able to handle this amount of people, like water systems, sewer systems, a lot of things become contaminated because they just can't handle the capacity and the amount of people that are coming in all at once. I'll spare you the details, but I spent about 5 to 7 days completely out of commission due to food contamination, water contamination, no idea what it was, but it was not pretty. All right, number 9. The Philippines seems to be the most eco-aware country of any Southeast Asian country that I've seen so far. Now, plastic is a huge problem in Southeast Asia. Now, if I go to a 7-Eleven and I buy a bottle of water, I will get 2 plastic straws and a plastic bag for my plastic bottle of water. Just completely unnecessary. But the Philippines has really cut down on plastic use in these tourist areas. They use biodegradable utensils, dishes, straws. They've banned plastic on the beaches. There are water refilling stations all over the place. Now that being said, there's still a major problem with pollution in the Philippines, whether it be the air pollution or the plastic and garbage pollution in the harbors, which is just disgusting. And number 10, it's pretty difficult to film this place with just a mirrorless camera like I have. You really need a GoPro and a drone to capture all this place has to offer, but I did my best, and yeah, here's what I got, so enjoy. I made it down to Puerto Princesa, Philippines after a long overnight journey from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. First impressions, this place is freaking crazy. I'm headed up to a place called El Nido. I'm the only person on the bus so far, and they're rounding up other people that come in on these tuk-tuks. The tuk-tuks are called tricycles over here. They're like decked out tuk-tuks. They look like something out of Mad Max, as do the jeepneys, which you will see later. But yeah, obviously not leaving on time, but I got nothing but time, so no worries. We're on a tour somewhere in the Philippines.
Alright guys, let's go!
Yeah. Uh-oh.
As you can see, I'm extremely sweaty. As long as my bike doesn't break down, I'm just gonna keep going. I got nothing better to do today. Dude, I am so hungry right now. Time to turn around. So at the beginning of this video, you probably thought that I was still in the Philippines. Actually, it's my last night of traveling. I'm sitting at Lumpini Park in Bangkok. There's a bunch of people over there doing some bizarre aerobics to very intense EDM music. But yeah, this is my last night here. Hope you enjoyed this one. There's a lot more videos to come. Even though I'm going home, I've reignited the passion in my life that I have for filmmaking. And that's why I came on this trip, is to really find out what I wanted to do with myself. And I'm very thankful that I was able to make this happen. And yeah, I'm gonna have to check out because I'm about to lose it. But